And it's getting to the point where it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it's even though the market is up 4 days in a row, and that could be just smart investors knowing that some deal has to be on the table and has to be made because the alternative is really dark. Right, it's what Dan calls, this is it's supply chain Armageddon, right? And so that's not really an alternative that we can handle. But it just doesn't make sense. Why? I don't understand the game that they're playing. It makes absolutely no sense. If they were talking, they would say they were talking. That would show some kind of positivity. One of them or both would. I mean, what a great thing that would be if the two of them actually, said we are talking in this. Why are we playing that game? Where, look, it's not going to affect me on a day-to-day basis. There are people's lives who are being impacted hugely.
Yes.
Right, maybe not us, but there are millions of people who voted for Mr. Trump, right, across the country who literally may have wanted to retire at the end of this year, who are living paycheck to paycheck, who may have had a small 401k or something, some
201k,
or which is now a 201k. I don't get that. It's disrespectful at best.
I think to his point, I think that the big issue here is that who do you believe? In terms of so now something comes out 2 hours later, and then there's another message. Market at this point, they're giving benefit of the doubt. That's why stocks are up this week. But going into next week, you need deals.
Yeah. And of course, as you point out, I mean, you don't want to be in a position where you're saying, well, nobody trusts China, so we can be as untrustworthy as China on our word of what we say is happening. It's not the U.S. way.
And then you're playing poker with yourself, too.
Right, and that's what he's done so far. Okay, I want on the whiteboard, this is something you pointed out. Okay, it's something called blank shipping, right? All right, blank shipping. So I'm just going to draw a container ship, blank sailing.